In July 1974, Turkey invaded the Republic of Cyprus in violation of the UN Charter and fundamental international law principles. The ramifications of this military invasion and the ensuing occupation of nearly 36% of Cyprus' sovereign territory are still evident today. Military occupation continues by Turkey, marked by forced division, population displacement, ethnic segregation, severe human rights violations, colonization, attempted secession, cultural destruction, and property usurpation. These conditions, imposed by Turkey since 1974, have perpetuated an unacceptable situation, making the Republic of Cyprus the only European Union member state country forcibly divided due to foreign military occupation. On August 16, 1960, Cyprus was declared an independent state, ending British rule. The independence followed the 1959 Zurich and London agreements with Greece, Turkey, and the United Kingdom, introducing a constitution and 3 treaties. The treaty concerning the establishment of the Republic of Cyprus, the Treaty of Alliance, and the Treaty of Guarantee. Unfortunately, a number of divisive provisions of the Constitution fueled domestic conflict and foreign interference, and the incitement on behalf of Turkey of intercommunal violence. The ensuing situation prompted the UN Security Council to adopt Resolution 186, which established the UN peacekeeping force in Cyprus and reaffirmed Cyprus' sovereignty and government continuity. On July 15, 1974, a coup d'etat by the Athens junta against President Makarios served as a pretext for Turkey to implement its divisive plans against Cyprus. On July 20, 1974, Turkey invaded Cyprus. This invasion resulted in the forcible displacement of around 1/3 of the population of Cyprus from their ancestral places, and to the Turkish control of 36% of Cyprus, leading to an occupation and division which continue until today. 162,000 Greek Cypriots were forced to flee and became refugees within their own country, bearing severe human rights abuses, including killings, rape, and disappearances. Significant damage and looting of Cyprus' historical and cultural sites followed suit. Turkish Cypriots living in the free areas were forced to move to the occupied areas as a consequence of Turkey's policy of ethnic cleansing. Additionally, Turkey's policy of altering the demographic structure of Cyprus through the transfer of over 160,000 Turks to the occupied area further entrenched the division.
Turkey is systematically pursuing its policy of changing the demographic character and structure of the occupied area. Why? In furtherance of its long-standing partitionist plans, which is now attempting to finalize and legalize.
On November 15, 1983, a secessionist entity under the so-called name of Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus was illegally set up. This action was immediately condemned by the international community. Moreover, the UN Security Council adopted Resolution 541 denouncing this declaration and calling for its reversal. Faced with ongoing separatist actions violating Resolution 541, the Security Council adopted Resolution 550, reiterating the non-recognition of the separatist entity and calling on all states neither to recognize nor in any way assist it. At the same time, the Security Council described as unacceptable the attempts for settlement in any part of Famagusta, also known as Varosha, by any persons other than its legal residents, and called for the transfer of the area under the United Nations administration. On April 23, 2003, under pressure from Turkish Cypriots in view of the upcoming accession of Cyprus to the European Union, Turkey and the Turkish Cypriot leadership partially eased restrictions on crossing to the occupied areas. The period of 2002 to 2004 saw intense efforts to reach a solution under the UN Secretary-General's Good Offices mission, culminating in the Annan Plan. The plan was not approved by the Greek Cypriots in a referendum, not as a dismissal of reunification, but as a rejection of the specific plan and its shortcomings. Cyprus signed the EU accession treaty on April 16, 2003, and joined the EU on May 1, 2004. Protocol 10 of the treaty provided for the suspension of the acquis communautaire in the occupied areas until the solution to the Cyprus problem, establishing certain conditions for the implementation of specific aspects pertaining to the movement of persons and goods from the occupied areas to the government-controlled areas of the Republic of Cyprus. The European Court of Human Rights ruled against Turkey, both in interstate applications on behalf of the Republic of Cyprus, as well as in individual cases for violations of human rights in the occupied part of Cyprus, including violations of property rights and the responsibility of Turkey regarding the fate of missing persons. In the years that followed, successive governments of the Republic of Cyprus undertook several initiatives for the revival of the efforts under UN auspices for a solution to the Cyprus problem, on the basis prescribed by UN Security Council resolutions calling for a bizonal, bicommunal federation with political equality as defined in the said resolutions. To date, these efforts have been impeded by Turkey's persistent policy to disregard international legality and to continue to pursue the legalization of the fait accompli of the 1974 invasion and occupation. Since 1974, the Cyprus problem has persisted as a case of military invasion and ongoing occupation, contravening UN Security Council resolutions and international law. Under international law, the Republic of Cyprus remains the sole legal and recognized authority within its sovereign territory. Conversely, the illegal regime established by Turkey in the occupied part of Cyprus lacks legality, rendering it politically and legally void. The Cyprus government is committed to pursuing a viable, functional solution under UN resolutions. The new dynamics resulting from Cyprus's EU membership call for a reunification that secures the rights and freedoms for all Cypriots and the respect of European values after 50 years of division.